Hello viewers, I am Chukwemeka Michael Obasi. You can call me Mr. Chooks. I'm a math content creator and you're welcome to Obasimatic Tutorials. All right, so this is the second series of our Jamb Mathematics past question. If you've not seen the first series, there will be a link right on this video. So click the link and it will take you to the first series of our Jamb Mathematics past questions. So once you're done with that, you can now come over to this video and watch. All right, so just as we always do, we'll make our Jamb past question in mathematics easy and quick. So we are known for it, and I believe you're going to find this video interesting. And please, just like we always tell you, if you love what we do, subscribe to the channel, share this video to as many people you know who are in need of Jamb tutorials. Share this video to them on your WhatsApp, on your Telegram, and every other channel you know. By so doing, you're telling us thank you, and we will say we appreciate it. We really appreciate it. So without further ado, let us go into today's series. I believe your materials are ready. I'm going to walk you through this series, which is from question 11 to question 20. So I'm going to walk you through this whole solution one step at a time. So let us dive into it right now. All right. All right, viewers. So this is the second series in our Jamb Mathematics past question. Okay, so we have here question 11. So let us get started. It says, find the remainder when 2x cubed minus 11x squared plus this guy is divided by this guy. So there are a lot of ways you can solve this problem. I'm going to show you two different ways of solving this problem, actually, and we'll get our remainder. The first one is using the long division method. Try to do something like this. So this guy, the divisor will be outside. You have x plus 3, and this other guy is our dividend. It stays here 2x cubed minus 11x squared plus 8x minus 1. So now this s is going to divide this guy. So if x divides 2s cubed, just like this, you have 2s cubed divided by x. Now this is x right here, okay? So when you divide, of course, you know, this is going to cancel the cube remaining 2. So we have here to be 2x squared remaining, right? So now this 2s squared is going to multiply this guy here. So 2s squared multiplied by x, you still have your 2s cubed. And 2s squared multiplied by this 3, you have positive 6x squared, right? Yeah, so once you're done with that, you subtract. That is the process. So 2s cubed minus 2s cubed, this guy will go off. So now we have minus 11x squared minus 6x squared. That will give me minus 17x squared. I believe you know what I'm doing. This is like minus 11x squared, then minus 6x squared. Of course, that will give me minus 17x squared. All right, so then you bring down this positive 8x and your negative minus 1. All right, so we go again. This x divide these guys. Of course, you know, when x divide, it reduces x squared to just x. So we have minus 17x, right? And this guy will multiply all these guys here. Minus 17x times x will give me minus 17x squared, right? Then minus 17x is going to multiply 3. So let me bring out my calculator. I believe you have your calculator right there with you because you're going to be using your calculator to solve some certain problems real fast. So I want to do now minus 17 times 3. That will give me negative 51. So I have negative 51x here. Of course, I'll still subtract again. This guy will cancel out this guy because minus plus this we take out. So we have 8x minus 51x. That will be like 8x plus 51s, right? And if you sum everything together, you have 59x. Then you bring down your negative 1, which is minus 1. If this one is quite difficult for you, the other method will be very, very easy and very, very quick, okay? So don't give up, all right? So now the next thing is to use this x again to divide this 59x. So you'll be left with just only 59 now. So when 59 multiplies x, you get 59x, and 59 multiplies 3. So I'm going to do that really fast from a calculator. So 59 times 3, that will give me 117. So that will give me a positive 117, right? Sorry, that's 177. All right, sorry for that. So you subtract again and again and again. You keep on subtracting. That's the process. This guy and this guy, you see, they'll go to 0. Just whenever you finish it, the first terms always reduce to 0. That's just the idea. Now we have -1 minus this guy, which will give me -178. This here is the remainder. This here is the quotient. And here is the divisor, your divisor, and here's the dividend. So we are looking for the remainder. So therefore, the remainder is -178. So the answer is D. Now, let me show you a shorter way of solving this problem. You know, we have 2x squared, 2x cubed minus 11x squared plus 8x minus 1 is divided by this guy. So to get the remainder, using the remainder theorem, just equate this guy to 0. So you have x plus 3 equal to 0. So you have x is equal to -3, -3. Now this -3, you're going to plug it into this polynomial. Then the result is the remainder. So you plug it here, you have 2 into -3 cubed. Then you plug it here, you have 11 -3 squared. Then you have 8 into -3 and -1. So -3 cubed will give me -27, of course. Then you have it to be -11. 3 squared is 9, -3 squared is 9. So 8 times -3 giving -24, you have -1. And now 2 times -27. So that will give me -27 times 2. That will give me -54. And here will give me -99, -24, and -1. Everything together will give you -178. So that is how to get it real fast and real simple. I believe you're enjoying this video. So let us move to the next question, question 11. Sorry, question 12 now. Question 12. Sorry, this is 20. Question 12. Yeah, this is question 12. Now it says, solve for x and y in the equation below. So this is at the equation below. We have a simultaneous equation here. And of course, you know how to solve simultaneous equation. You want to call x squared minus y squared. Let's call this guy equation 1. And let's call x plus y equal to 2 equation 2. You can solve this different ways. I want to solve this problem by substitution method, okay? So from equation 2, I'm going to make x the subject. So I have here now, so I have x is equal to 2 minus y. From equation 2, I made x the subject. So I got another equation, call it equation 3. Now you see you got equation 3 from equation 2. So the next thing you do, you plug in equation 3 into equation 1. Equation 1 has not been doing anything since. So we plug in equation 3 into equation 1. So wherever you see x, you put it as 2 minus y. So this whole guy becomes 2 minus y, but you know it has a square right here. So you put in the squared, then minus y squared equal to 4, right? Now you can easily simplify these guys. Some of you want to do difference of 2 squared, but you can easily simplify these guys. You know, -2 minus y all squared is something like you have 2 minus y all squared is you're multiplying 2 minus y. Sorry, you're multiplying 2 minus y times 2 minus y. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times negative y is negative 2y. Minus y times 2 is minus 2y. And here is plus y squared. And that will give me 4 minus 4y plus y squared. So that's pretty much how to expand. So here now we have now 4 minus 4y, then plus y squared. Then of course we have minus y squared here equal to 4. Y squared minus y squared will go to 0. So you have 4 minus 4y equal to 4. So you want to collect like terms. You take this guy to this side. So you have minus 4y equal to 4. Then this guy becomes negative for when it comes right here. So now you have minus 4y equal to 0. Divide both sides by minus 4. So y will be equal to 0 over minus 4. And therefore y is 0. Now you've gotten the value of y to be 0. You want to get the value of x. You can plug in the value of y in equation 3, which is x minus 2 minus y. So s is equal to 2 minus y. So you have s is equal to 2 minus 0 because y is not 0. So you have s is equal to 2. So therefore, x is 2 and y is 0. That is option C. X is 2, y is 0. So that is clear. I hope so. So let's move to the next one. This is question 13. So this is a variation problem, which I believe you must have learned in SS1. But if you don't have any experience, I'm going to walk you through all of this one step at a time, all right? So let us go into it right now. Solution. Now it says y varies directly as the root of n. What it means is y varies directly. This is the symbol for variation, directly as root n. So this is what this whole statement implies. That's what it implies. So now you want to stop here. Before you move to the next statement, you want to remove this, what's it called? The proportionality symbol. And how we do that is when you remove this proportionality symbol and change it to equality sign, you introduce a constant of proportionality. That is now k root n. When you remove this guy, you introduce a constant of proportionality. All right. Now you go back to the question again. It says now, y is 4 and n is 4. So this whole idea or this next statement is to help you get this constant of proportionality you introduced earlier. So now when y is 4, see y is 4 and n is equal to 4. So let's plug it right here. So we have 4 equal to k root 4 because n is 4, y is 4. And what is the square root of 4? The square root of 4 is 2, right? Then you have your 4 here. Divide both sides by 2. So you can get the value of k. So now, therefore, you see k is actually equal to 2. So that is how you get it now. Now, this whole equation now becomes y is equal to 2 root n because you have finally gotten the value of k from the values of y and the values of n that was given to you. So now this is the original equation that you're looking for now. And now you want to get the next statement. It says find y. So y is unknown when n is one whole number, 7/9. So we want to find y. So now we have y is unknown here. We have 2. And now we have n is one whole number, 7/9. So you want to change this mixed fraction to improper fraction. How you do that, you have your times here and your plus here. So 9 times 1 is 9, plus 7 is 16/9. So here you have y is equal to 2 root 16/9. So of course, you all know that square root of 16 is 4 and square root of 9 is 3. I think so. Yeah, that is what it is, all right. So this is actually 2/1. So 2 times 4 is 8. So you have 8. And 1 times 3 is 3. So our answer is 8/3. That's option C. All right, so let's go to the next question. Now, this next question is still on variation, but this is inversely proportional, inversely varies. So the first one was directly, but this is inversely. See how I'm going to express it. It says U is inversely proportional to the cube of V. Cube of V is V cube. That's what it is, cube of V. So U is inversely proportional. So that would be 1/V cube. This means inversely proportional to V cube. If it was directly proportional, it would be U is directly proportional to V cube, but it is inversely. So that is how we express when it is inversely. I hope that one is clear. So let us clean up those guys. Now, once we do this stuff, we want to remove this symbol here. And remember, whenever you remove this symbol, you introduce a constant of proportionality, isn't it? That is the k. Now, the next statement will help you obtain the value of k. So I can go ahead and write this equation really well. So they said U is 81 and V is 2. So when you plug U to be 81 here, and you have here to be k, 1/V cube is, V is 2. So that's 2 cube. And 2 cube is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. So you have 81 equal to, this is actually k times 1 is k/8. So what you do here, you cross and you multiply. 81 times 8 will give me 648 equal to k. Yeah, 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 8 is 8 times 8 is so what is even 8 times 8 again? I'm stuck. 64. Yeah, I'm correct. Oh, so that is how to go about it. 8 times 1, 81 times 8 is 648, and 1 times k is k. So now you know the value of k. So you want to go back to this equation and replace it with what the value of k is. So you have U is equal to 648 then into 1/V cube, right? Now, with this statement, you can now get the value, the next thing they ask you to do. They say find U when V is 3. So U is unknown and V is 3. So we have 648 into 1/3 cube because we have a cube here. And what is 1/3 cube? That will give me 648 into 1 over 3 cube is 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27. So that's here is 27. And of course, if you 27 divide 648, you have u is equal to, let me do that. So 648 divided by 27. That's actually 24. So we have u is equal to 24. So the answer is A. I hope this is clear. If you have any question, please put it down in the comment section. I will do well to respond to that. And if you're liking this video, give us a good comment. Now, this is inequality. You have your less than sign here, and you want to find the value of y for which all of this thing is. So now the next thing, you have 1 over 5y. Actually, you can also write 1 over 5y as y over 5, okay? So you don't get confused. A lot of students have issues with that. They wonder where this y belongs to. This is actually like y over 1. So 1 times y is y, and 5 times 1 is 5. So that's how to simplify that. Here is 1 over 5, less than, of course, here should be y over 2 plus 2 over 5. Now you want to collect like terms, take the y to the left-hand side and these guys to this other side. So now you have here to be y over 5, then minus y over 2, less than, here you have 2 over 5. When this guy comes over, it becomes negative 1 over 5. Now we have less than. I'm going to simplify these guys first because they have the same denominator. It's very easy to simplify this. You just take one of the denominator and you have here to be 2 minus 1. That is pretty much how it works when the fractions have the same denominator. Take one of the denominator and subtract the numerator. So here you have 2 minus 1 is 1 over 5. Very simple. Now for these guys, they have different denominators. So basically, I actually gonna do what we call butterfly style. You can have different ways of solving this problem. Yes, you can have different ways of solving this problem. Or let me just make it a lot easier. So let me make it a lot easier. That will be much more better like that. Now we have 5, we have 2, we have 5, we have 5. The LCM of all of this denominator, the LCM is 10, right? I know you still remember how to do LCM. This is 5, and this is what's it called? 2, here is 5, here is 5. So these are all the denominators you have. And now you look for numbers that can divide. 2 can divide. 2 in 5 is 5. Here is 1, here is 5, here is 5. Now 5 can divide. 5 here is 1, 1, 1, 1. And 2 times 5 is 10. So the LCM is 10. So you multiply everybody here by 10. So you have 10 into y over 5 minus 10 into y over 2. Then less than, you have 10 into 2 over 5 minus 10 into 1 over 5. The whole idea of doing this is to get rid of the fractions. Now you see this 5 we cancel out 10, you have 2. 2 cancel out 10, you have 5. So here becomes 2y. Okay, here becomes minus 5y. Okay, so we have less than 5 in 10 is 2. So you have 2 into 2 now. Then 5 here is 1. 5 in 10 is 2. So you have 2 into 1. I believe this is much more easier, okay? So now 2y minus 5y will give us minus 3y. And 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 1 is 2. And so take these guys to this side. So you have minus 3y is less than 2, right? Okay, yeah, that's it. So now from here, you want to get the value of y. So you want to divide both sides by negative 3. Remember, in inequality, when you divide both sides by a negative number, it alternates the inequality. Yeah, so we have minus 3y divided by minus 3. Here is 2 divided by minus 3. So from less than, it's going to become greater than. Take note of that. So this, guys, will cancel out. So y is now greater than. Of course, this negative sign will come up here. So you have minus 2 over 3. So that's our answer, and that is option C. Option C. All right. Wow. So let us go to question 16. I think, yeah, question 16. I almost missed it. Now, this is question 16. Is an inequality problem. This is quadratic inequality, and how you simplify this is very easy. Just assume that you're working with equation here. Just forget about the inequality for a moment and assume you're working with equation. So I'm going to have this as m minus 3 times m minus 4 equal to 0. Remember, just assume for a moment, okay? So now You know, when you solve quadratic equations and you get to this point where two products is equal to 0, you want to take each of them to 0. So you want to say either m minus 3 is equal to 0 or m minus 4 is equal to 0. Right? This is really, really easy. So from here, you see m is equal to 3, and here m is equal to 4. Now, you go and put up a number line like this. So this number line is on n. So you have these 2 points. You have 3 somewhere here and you have 4 somewhere here, okay? Now, you know, every point from this side will be m is less than 3. If you do your inequality very well, you know, everything from this point downwards is m less than 3. And from here downwards, you want to say is m greater than 4. You know, 4 is not inclusive because we are talking about less than here, so we're not considering that point. Okay, so we are not considering the point itself. If it was less than or equal to, then we would have said greater than or equal to or less than or equal to. Okay, now this point here is the point less than 4 and less than 3. All right, so this is pretty much how it works. Okay, so this equation just help you get these 2 points, and you plug those 2 points here, and now you want to arrange it this way. But remember, if it was less than or equal to, then I'll be using less than or equal to, less than or equal to. That is pretty much how it works. Now, the next thing you want to do, you not test values. You test values. You know, from here, m is less than 3. What are those values that are less than 3? Of course, you know, there are 2, there are 1, there are 0, -1, and like that. So you can pick any of the values and test in this inequality now. Sorry, this inequality here. M minus 3, m minus 4, less than 0. So you pick any of these points that are in this range. So I want to pick 2. So when I plug in 2, you have 2 minus 3. And I have here to be 2 minus 4. And 2 minus 3 is -1. And 2 minus 4 is -2. You see, -1 times -2 will give me a +2. And of course, can a positive, is 2 less than 0? That's not possible. So 2 is not less than 0. So this whole side fails. And because here fails, this whole guy too will have to fail. And here will be our correct solution. Yeah, you can also want to go and try numbers here. Numbers here will be 5, 6, 7, and all of that. So you can pick any of the number and try it. I tell you it's going to fail because this guy fails. Yeah, whenever this guy fails, here also will fail. And you pick this one. So whenever this guy is correct, here will be correct and here will fail. So our answer is 3 less than m less than 4. And that is option C. All right. So we are moving on to the next one, which is question 17. Wow, this is also inequality. See, we've solved more than 3 questions on inequality. So you want to take note of inequality and master your ways you solve inequality. All right. So I'm going to show you how to solve this problem very easy. Now remember, it says the shaded region above is represented by the equation. Which of this? So this should be inequality. I think Jamb is wrong here. All right, this should be inequality because everything we have down here are all inequalities. All right. So which of these inequality represents this equation here, this line here? I mean, this shaded region here. So we are looking for the inequality that represents this shaded region here. All right, you know, in inequalities, when you shade the down part, that means you're talking about less than. All right. So whenever you shade the down part in inequality, you're talking about less than. And whenever you shade the up part of the inequality, you're talking about greater than. So anything that has to do with less than, that one should be our answer. Here is close, here is less than, here. So this one fails automatically, this one fails. So we have 3 remaining. Now the next thing is, you remember the equation of a straight line, which is y is equal to mx plus c. This m here is the slope, and this c here is the y-intercept. The y-intercept is that point where the slope, where the curve cuts the y-axis. So that's the y-intercept. Here you can see that the y-intercept here is 0,4. That means the intercept is 4. So, and here my c should be 4. Now let us look at those guys. This one is 2. So this one fails. This one is 4. Okay, it's part of it. This one is 4. It's part of it. Now remaining 2 options left. They both have less than, they both have 4. But now the difference is that this guy is having a -4, this guy is having a +4. Now let me show you how to know which of them is correct. Now if you look at from your graph, whenever you plot a graph, and you have your line going like this, you always have a negative slope. And whenever you plot your graph and you have your line going like this, somehow like it's going like this, you always have a positive slope. Now, if you look at this guy, this one given to us is properly looking like this one. So that means our slope should be negative, that this M should be negative. And you see that this M is -4 here. So our correct answer will be C. I hope this is clear. You can go ahead and rewatch it till you master what I mean. Here is the slope, and from this line, this slope is going to be negative, just like I explained here. Whenever the line is going this way, you have a negative slope, but when the line is going this way, you have a positive slope. So that is why the slope should be negative and not positive. So C is correct. Now, question 18. All right, it says the end term of a sequence is this guy. So let me write it as the end term, T sub n is equal to n squared minus 6n minus 4. This is the end term of the sequence. Now it says find the sum of the third term and the fourth term. So let us get the third term. The third term is when n is 3. That will be T sub 3. You plug in 3 here, you have 3 squared. You have here to be minus 6, 3 minus 4. 3 squared is 9. 6 times 3 is 18 minus 4. I always have issues with this addition and subtraction sometimes. So 9 minus 18 should be minus 9, of course. So minus 9 minus 4 is minus 13, right? So we've gotten T sub 3 when we've gotten the third term now. So let's get the fourth term. That will be when n is 4. I believe you're following. That will be T sub 4. You plug in n to be 4. So you have 4 squared. You have minus 6 into 4, and you have minus 4. And so far, we have 4 squared is 4 times 4, which is 16. 6 times 4 is 24, and minus 4. All right, so 16 minus 24, that will give me minus 8. And here I have minus 4. So minus 8 minus 4 should give me minus 12. So I have the fourth term. Now they said, find the sum of the third and the fourth term. So you like T3 plus T4. That's what it means. The sum of the third and the fourth term. So my T3 is minus 13, and my T4 is minus 12. Of course, you know, plus minus becomes minus. So you have minus 13 and you have 12. Sorry, minus 13 minus 12. That will give me minus 25. And that's option D. All right, second to the last question. Oh, now this is sum to infinity of a geometric progression. You should remember the sum to infinity of a geometric progression is given as x sub t infinity. You have a over 1 minus r. This here is the sum to infinity. This a represents the first term, and this r is a common ratio. So this is on geometric progression. All right. So now they say the sum to infinity of a geometric progression is minus 1 over 10. So this this whole guy here is minus 1 over 10. That's the sum to infinity. They gave us to be this. And let's continue. They said the first term is, so the first term is a, which is now minus 1 over 8, all divided by, of course, we should find the common ratio. Now they say find the common ratio. Of course, that's what you should find. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying this class. If you're enjoying this class, hit the like, share this video so that we can reach out to more people, right? All right, so let's go. So we are looking for R now. And what you want to do from here, you can cross multiply. Just assume this is over 1. Yeah, it's really big. I understand what you're thinking. So you can cross multiply. It works. So you have minus 1 over 10 multiplying 1 minus R. Then you have 1 times multiply this guy is still the same as minus 1 over 8. I think that's clear, right? Okay, so from this very point, you can decide to multiply everybody by the LCM. The LCM of 8 and 10 is 80, right? So you multiply everybody by 80. So you have if you multiply everybody here by 80, you have here to be 80 into minus 1. So let me use the bigger sign. Minus 1 over 10, 1 minus R. Then you have here to be 80 into minus 1 over 8. So now, therefore, this 0 and this guy, we cancel that. So you have just 8 remaining here. And this guy cancel that. So you have just 10 remaining here. Now you have 8 into minus 1 into 1 minus r equal to 10 times minus 1 is minus 10, right? So go ahead and multiply. 8 times minus 1 will give me minus 8. So you have 1 minus r equal to minus 10. So you can go ahead and divide both sides by minus 8. Or you can just expand actually. Minus 8 times 1 is minus 8. Minus 8 times minus r will give me positive 8r equal to minus 10. So now you have 8r equal to minus 10 plus 8, right? So you have 8r equal to, here will give me minus 2. So now you have 8r equal to minus 2, divide both sides by 8, divided by 8. So here should give me 8 cancel out 8. Here should give me 1 minus 1 over 4. So that is option B, right? Yeah, so this is pretty much it. I think the major thing you should take note here is how you simplify your fractions. Okay, if you don't really understand this, and I believe you should have your own special way of simplifying fractions. That's the most important thing right here, okay? Yeah, so let's go to question 9. Question 10, the last question for today. Yeah, this question is on binary operation, which is asterisk. Now it says the binary operation asterisk is defined on the set of integers such that, now take note, we have p asterisk q is equal to pq plus p minus q. So what it means, this is p and this is q. The result is going to be like p times q plus p minus q. And they say we should find this guy. So we want to find 2 asterisk 3 asterisk 4. So of course you need to simplify this one in bracket first. All right, so you already have a rule of combination for simplifying this guy here, this 3 asterisk 4. You already know how to do that. It says whenever you have something asterisk something, the first guy will multiply the second guy. This is like your first guy, second guy. First guy multiply the second guy, then plus p minus q. So this is like my p here, and this is like my q here, okay? So the whole result is going to be like, first result is going to be p times q, which is 3 times 4. All right, this is like 3. Let me take off these guys from here. So you're going to like 3 times 4, okay, because this is pq is p times q, then plus, then p. Now my p is 3, so you have 3 here, then minus, my q is 4, so you have 4 here. So this is pretty much how to simplify it. So now you have 2 asterisk 3 times 4 is 12 plus 3 minus 4, and 12 plus 3 is 15. 15 minus 4 is 11. So now we have 2 asterisk 11, because all these guys now is 11 here. So we need to now solve this problem with still this same rule of combination. So this is like my p and this is like my q. So the result is going to be like p times q, that's the first thing, so that's going to be 2 times 11, then plus p, my p is 2 minus q, which is 11. So this will give me 22 plus 2 minus 11. And 22 plus 2 will give me 24 minus 11, and that will give me 3 and 1, so 13. So our final answer is 13. And here comes the end of today's question. This is series 2. So I want you to go look out for series 3. If you love what we do, share this video to other learners. And I want to see you in the next series. Have a wonderful day, and I wish you good luck in your Jamb. Bye-bye.